Let's talk about the accident report. You know, for a lot of people, it's just stressful paperwork that you have to get through. But what if we looked at it differently? What if it's actually a super powerful tool, a way to take a moment of total chaos and find some real clarity? Clarity that can help us learn and prevent it from happening again. We're going to break down how a good report can build a way safer future for everybody.
This right here, this is the core idea. Seriously, the incident itself, yeah, it's the thing that happened. But the real value, the thing that actually matters long-term, it's all in the investigation and the report that comes after. That's the magic. That's how you make sure this doesn't become a recurring nightmare.
So, picture this. You're in a busy warehouse. All of a sudden, bam, a loud crash. A heavy box comes tumbling down from a high shelf, just barely missing someone. There's a moment of shock, a little bit of panic, right? Well, this is our mock accident for today, and the clock is officially ticking. What you do in these very first moments is absolutely critical. So what's the first move?
Okay, so the first phase has nothing to do with asking questions or writing stuff down, not yet. It is all about getting control and making sure everyone is safe. Before you can even think about investigating, you have to manage the immediate chaos, and you've got to do it with a calm, methodical approach.
Think of this as your immediate action plan. Step 1, make the scene safe. Are there any other dangers, like another box about to fall? Deal with that first. Step 2, and this is the most important one, provide first aid. Anyone who needs help gets it immediately. Then, step 3, secure the area. Maybe throw up some caution tape. You want to preserve any evidence and just keep people from wandering in. And finally, notify management. Get the ball rolling on the official process. See, each step is just about bringing some order back to that initial chaos. All right, the scene is secure and everyone is safe. Now, your mindset has to shift completely. You're not a first responder anymore. You're a detective, and your mission is simple. You're just gathering facts. And let me be really clear about this. The goal is not to find someone to blame. Not at all. It's to collect clues to understand exactly what happened, and more importantly, why.
Your investigation always starts with the physical world, the objective evidence. You know, the silent witnesses. These are the undeniable facts that are going to be the bedrock of your report. This is why it is so important to take pictures of everything, exactly as you found it, before a single thing gets moved.
So back in our warehouse, what are we actually looking for? Well, the fallen box, obviously. But let's look closer. Is the shelving itself bent or damaged? That tells a story. Are there scuff marks on the floor that show how it slid or fell? What about that forklift parked nearby? Where was it? And what about the lighting in that aisle? Was it dim? Every single one of these details is a clue that helps you piece together what happened. So after you've documented the physical scene, it's time to talk to people. This is where the story gets its human side. It's so crucial to get these accounts while memories are still fresh. And here's a pro tip. Don't lead them with your questions. Ask really open-ended things like, hey, just tell me what you saw, or what did you hear? You want the most unfiltered information you can possibly get. Okay, now, check out this hypothetical witness statement. The first part is just a factual observation, right? I heard a loud noise and saw the box fall. Simple enough. But that second part, that's the gold mine. We've been told to stack them high to save space. Boom. That one little sentence shifts the whole focus. It's no longer about maybe one person's mistake. Suddenly, we're looking at a potential systemic issue, a company policy that might be the real root cause of the whole thing. So you've gathered all your clues, right? You've got your photos, your physical evidence, your witness statements. Now it's time to put all those puzzle pieces together into a clear, useful document. And remember, this is not just a data dump. You are building a narrative, a story that leads to a logical and, most importantly, an actionable conclusion. And here's how that narrative starts to take shape. You start with a factual description. At 10:15 a.m., a box fell from the top shelf. Just the simple facts. Then comes the analysis, the why. This is where you connect the dots, where you link that witness statement about stacking high to find the root cause. The problem wasn't just a clumsy placement, it was the whole procedure. And finally, the most critical part, the recommendations. These are the actual solutions. New training, maybe reevaluating storage, that turn this piece of paper into a real tool for change. Let's just pull back for a second here. Because as we wrap this process up, it is so important to remember the real goal. A great accident report isn't about pointing fingers. It's not about getting someone in trouble. It is about improving the entire system for everyone. It really all comes down to two different mindsets. The first one asks, who is to blame?
And that path leads to punishment. It creates a culture of fear where people are more likely to hide problems. But the other mindset asks, what can we learn from this? And that focuses on fixing the system. It creates a culture of safety where people feel comfortable bringing issues forward so they can be solved. And that simple mental shift makes all the difference in the world.
And why does that shift in mindset matter so much? Well, check out this number. Study after study shows that a huge majority of workplace accidents, we're talking as high as 90%, are preventable. And the key to preventing them is hiding in the insights we get from a proper investigation. Every single report is a lesson that could literally save someone from getting hurt down the road.
So the biggest takeaway here is this. An accident record is not the end of a story. It's not just a record of something that went wrong. When you do it right, it's the beginning of a brand new chapter. One that's built on learning and a real commitment to making sure that what happened once never, ever happens again. It is the first step toward building a genuinely safer workplace.